everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, my name is Toden, and if you have, thank you for coming back. I hate saying long time no see, but long time no see. Honestly, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I have literally been busy with school. I have 2 more prerequisites before I can apply to grad school, so I'm trying to do that and apply this year, and hopefully that's gonna be the plan. Hopefully I don't get rejected. I can only do so many rejections in 1 year, y'all. It's starting to get to me. I can't believe I just started this video off with that note. You know what? Let me just be honest. I can't do that many rejections anymore. It's starting to get to me a little bit. You know when you laugh to mask the pain of something? That's literally how I feel right now. I'm laughing so that hopefully I'll feel better, but that's the honest truth. All right, so I turned 26 this month. I'm closer to 30 than I am to 18. Ma'am? I don't know how that happened, but yeah, that's happening. So I guess in Toden Fashion, I've made this for I think 2 or 3 years in a row now, and I just figured might as well just keep making them so that hopefully someday I can look back and see, fingers crossed, that everything was worth it and I did what I wanted to do. And for this video, I'm going to be talking about 3 things that I learned in being 25 leading up to being 26. The first thing that I learned is that sometimes rejection is a redirection, and just because you feel rejected in one area doesn't mean you're going to be rejected in everything else. And as much as it's not easy for me to say right now because I'm actually going through some kind of rejection right now, I'm not gonna lie, it's hitting my chest, it's pinging something. But at the same time, I know that every kind of rejection that I've basically gone through has been character development. As much as I don't want any more character development, I'm I've developed, I'm good now. Just I don't want to have any more character development. I know that obviously I'm gonna be able to look at these things and be you know what, I learned from that experience. For me, learning that rejection is a redirection and to not take it personally. I can't lie. There are different kinds of rejections, right? Some you learn how to take them and take them like a bus. You can take that L and you can just be okay, that's my L, I'm gonna take it, it's whatever. But I think some kind of L's blindside you, and those are the ones that hurt. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just hoping that, that's my last rejection for the year. It's August. Oh, it's actually September right now. It's September. So I'm hoping that's my last rejection for the year. Hopefully moving on for the rest of the year, I don't get any more kind of rejections, because I think even no matter how strong of a person you are, if you get rejected a lot of times in a row, it starts getting to you just a little bit. You starting to feel maybe I'm not that girl. Even though I'm that girl, I'm starting to feel I'm not, because of these kind of rejections. These things are actually hurting. And I keep saying it's hurting because I'm hurt, okay? I'm actually actually hurt. And I think part of the things that I'm working on is acknowledging how I feel. I do feel hurt. The second thing I've learned about being 25 and turning 26 is that it's never too late to try something new and to learn something new. If you guys don't know, this year, friends and I, we all got roller skates, and we really motivated and pushed each other to learn how to roller skate. None of us knew how to roller skate at all. So we bought roller skates and we got all this protective gear, and we just went out and we would roller skate. And I'll embarrass myself for you and insert a video of me falling on skates. This was probably my 2nd or 3rd time outside doing going on skates, because initially I was in the basement practicing, and then obviously you have to graduate and then start going outside and practicing on gravel and stuff. So that was what happened. But eventually by the end of the summer, I think it was in July, by the end of July, we actually went to a skate rink and we were skating with all the other people, and there was music there, and we were actually vibing, and we could actually skate. What? For me, that was huge, because I fell in that one video that I showed you, but then I had another fall right outside my house, and that one damn near took me out. I remember that day specifically, I wanted to go down this hill and I shouldn't have done it. I don't know why I was being so hard on myself. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos and I was oh, I'm gonna go try this hill, And like before I tried the hill, I went around in like the circle. And I kept thinking to myself like, oh, I wish I was braver. Like I keep seeing all these people that just like got their skates. This is why you shouldn't be comparing yourself. I just see these people who just got their skates yesterday and they can do like little hills and things like that. So I went down this hill, y'all. When I tell you, I fell so hard. Like I went like this, doom, back, and I could have broken a bone. Like I could have definitely cracked a rib or something. I don't know how I didn't crack a rib. I don't know how I didn't break something. Like the worst thing that happened to me was I had a scratch and I broke my nail, and that was the worst of it. But when I think about like what happened that day, I should have broken something for sure. So I'm thankful that I didn't break anything, but at the same time I'm like, maybe I shouldn't compare myself to other people just because, you know, they show you that's their day 2 of them skating and they're going down the hills and you can't do it at day 2. That's fine. Like just take your time. So for me, that was also like a sub learning under that one big learning of like doing something new and trying out something new. That was great. And the third thing that I learned this year is that sometimes it's just best to let go of things. And I think maybe that kind of goes under like rejection in a way, but I know that I struggle with like letting go of something, especially if I feel like I've invested my time into it and I've put my energy into it and it's not working out. I always have such a hard time letting go and being like, okay, maybe this thing isn't working out right now, maybe try again at a later point, maybe it'll work out. Like when I think about it, I also think about like schooling, like pursuing acting, and how, you know, like I was trying so hard to get into my MFA and I couldn't get in, and I was beating myself up about that for such a long time. Like I just had a hard time letting go of like that goal of getting into my MFA, because I just knew it wouldn't happen at that point that I wanted it to happen. I'm not saying I could still not pursue my MFA, but even now, like looking back, I'm kind of happy that I didn't pursue that, because having those 2 years off of university really got me thinking about like what else am I passionate about and what else could I do, and which is what I'm doing. Like I'm trying to get into my master's for something else. So that was a good break, instead of just like going from this to this to this because it feels like it's the right thing to do. Taking a break to like maybe let go of something because it's not working right now and try something else. And it's funny because like that didn't work out, but I'm still doing like acting things. Like I still have something coming up in October, which I'm super excited about. So that's like amazing. Just learning to let go. And again, that rejection from like those MFA schools was a redirection, because if I had gotten into those schools, I wouldn't have had the chance to participate in like the other opportunities that I got to do this year. I got to be in a cabaret earlier this year, and then like I said, I'm doing something else in October, and I'm obviously thankful for those opportunities. I think the most important thing is like once people associate you with doing something, it's easier for people to like come to you because they know that that's what you do. So if they ever have an opportunity, like you'll be their first call to be like, hey, like come, we have this opportunity for you, right? For me, that's basically what it's been. And to finish up this video, one quote that has stuck with me and stuck by me in this year has been by Zora Neale Hurston, and it's the quote, "There are years that ask questions and there are years that answer them." That's basically like the gist of it. And I think for me, this year has been the year that the questions have been getting answered. The past 3 years were the years that the questions were being asked, and these years coming up, I feel like these are the years that are answering the questions. And I'm just so excited for that and to see what happens in this next year. I feel like this year wasn't as exciting as it could have been, obviously due to the panoramic, but I think I still tried my best to make the best out of it, to hang out with friends, to, you know, study. I've been studying a lot. Like I literally have 2 more prereqs left, which is insane to me because I just started this last year. Like around last year this time was when I started. Literally a year ago this time was when I started, and I have 2 prereqs left. So for me, that's huge because again, I'm not a science student. These science courses are so new to me, so it's honestly been such a grind. But at the same time, I'm always thankful to like have a home and not be like homeless, like living in instability, because that's something that I feel like affects me a lot. And that's something I've actually like dealt with, obviously, hence the reason I'm mentioning this. But I'm thankful to be able to have a house. I'm thankful to, even though it's in the middle of nowhere, I literally live in the middle of nowhere. But at the same time, I'm thankful to have a house. and to have the stability to just like study and like bang out all these courses. And yeah, that is it for this video. If you guys liked it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know when next I'm gonna see you to make update video, to make a next video. I cannot make any promises till I'm done these 2 courses, but in the meantime, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.